prioritizing when I'm not in good health, taking the time off and resting as well. I'm getting better with that as well. All right, I'm going to put a bunch more things in here. My only problem is now this is going to be in like the thick of this. Let's not put a shelf there. Let's expand this over just a little bit. And I kind of want to shrink it a little bit so it's just a little bit further away from the wooden stuff. Like that. Alright, so we'll have this little spot here, which I can kind of expand. Well, I kind of can and kind of can't because I've just moved all this shit around it. If I don't put 2 shelves here, we can keep this little corner safe from kabooms. So we'll do that. Let's expand that like that. Now you have a corner for flammables, and that's hopefully further away from things. And I'll put another one of these. I know this has got a really great radius, but we're going to put another one there. Just for the sake of it. We're doing our best here. Scurry infection is only a random chance from the injuries from Scurry infected enemies. Oh yeah. You won't get it from eating the meat, from butchering them, and butchering every single Scurry animal my whole playthrough and no Scurry. Cool. Thank you. Because, as you guys know, there are certain times where my colony really needs food, like during like multiple starvation events that we've had in the past, and any food has been food, even if it gives them like food poisoning. I don't care, as long as it like gives them something to prevent them from starvation kind of thing, or catatonic breaks and stuff. Yeah, so that shit's important to know. I also see all of my animals making like the journey up this end of the map every single like day. I don't really know how many people here can still do the planting. Obviously Cat can. Vivo can. I'm like looking around because I've divided my massive planting group out of here for the moment. They're either mostly over here or they're on their way. I'm also concerned that they're just going to keep digging through this. Like, there's no silver on the outside, so they may end up hollowing this out. Like, actually, I realize now it's steel. My brain, I've just been looking at this and I'm like, that's silver. It's been a long time since we saw silver in a rock, by the look of it. I'm not saying how long ago it was, but it's been a long time since we saw just organic silver in a rock, apparently. Either way, we just got a shit ton of steel here, which, you know, we've got like 3,000 odd that isn't yet in storage, which is fine. Where are you going with that wood? Where are you going with that wood, Amia? She's hauling wood to wooden shelf. I don't think I changed it that you guys have to take this out of here. I thought I allowed wood to be in here because we had wood in here. I didn't want them to move it. This plant matter, maybe I did change it. No, it does still say wood. Okay, well, we've got some food in here. We definitely don't have as much benches as I want. I kind of want them to have in here as well. Because this is refrigerated anyway, so I might as well be making some shelves. I kind of had that blocking the door. Do it on like this side. I mean, they'll walk past it anyway. Be fine. Do that for the moment. They'll just give me a couple more shelves. This isn't like the best shape that I've had yet. This is like one of the worst for like putting down shelves. I think if I was putting down individual shelves, it would look a lot nicer. The worst part is that silver rocks give so little silver. I'm always excited when a meteor of it lands on my tile until I remember it's basically nothing. Yeah, see, we're gonna go look for silver. Only because, like, well, we're gonna go look for components, sorry. I thought I had that tuned for silver because my thought process was, I'm like, silver doesn't, like, weigh a lot. But components also don't weigh a lot, but I also need components, like, way more. I still need silver, but I still have, like, a shit ton of gold. I sent some gold over. My process is, like, at least we have something that I can trade the, traders with. So hopefully I have, like, something to trade them with. I also need to make some more fucking turrets, which I don't think We have got a lot of components. Maybe we could make some... This has got electric across here, I think. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's got electric. Okay. I kind of need like more of a turret buffering, realistically. I've got a turret corner at the moment, but I want to expand it so that if I need to, I can kind of run from one side of this map to the other. And I think I have enough components for this. I sent a lot of components. We sent like 200 odd. We actually sent like 300 odd components over. Fuck knows how I ever had that many. I feel like I purchased them from somewhere. Which, like, I'd really like to go and check out a couple of traders as well. But I really only have, like, shitty clothing. And this place is, like, colossal quantity of wood. There's that, too. I know that some of the places will accept wood, but, like, not all the places will accept wood. You know? I also have, what are these? Is limestone? Are they all limestone? Yeah, they look like they're all limestone. It's fine. Money value, low wake. Gold is always the way to go. Stuff is crazy value dense, and it takes less time to mine. Get way more value per map. Deceptive because lump looks smaller, but it's actually really good value. Yeah, no, generally speaking, on a classic playthrough, if, like, we didn't have so many people, I normally dabble in, like, excess food production. That's typically what I do. I normally have got some gold, and I normally will mine some gold, but I don't build with it unless I need components or prosthetics or bionics or something like that, right? You know, advanced components. So I don't usually go too heavy focused after gold itself, and I don't usually trade with it because I normally need it for manufacturing. But typically speaking, when I only have like 100 or so colonists, when I have a shit ton of excess food, that excess food makes for like really good bartering. Same with like the excess wood. Like a map like this, I have so much fucking wood and food. This is ideal. This is actually like something that would get us some like good shit. Like if I could just trade with a couple of good places that were willing to take wood and food kind of thing, because we have so much. But because we've gone through like 3 starvation events here and I have so many fucking animals and stuff and people, I'm really hesitant to sell any amount of food at all. And this place just doesn't have wood because I'm constantly using it for the biofuel stuff. So I also don't want to sell that. So then I've only got my next fallback, which is clothing. And to have clothing at a scale of this many colonists, you have to have a shit ton of animals to peel to have the leathers to make the stuff. And normally speaking, I have like surplus of like food and leather and clothing, wood, all these kinds of things, plus maybe some old weapons that kind of dodge and stuff. Like this place is like, if I could grab one of those little mining thingies, this place has like, we've got uranium, we've got jade and steel, there's a lot of steel around the place, which is great because we need that. There's plasteel. There is a nub of gold up near the top and stuff, that one. I've got a lot of resources around the place. I kind of almost want to take these fucking underground miners offline for a second, you know? Sorry, I had a coughing fit. I'm like, you guys don't need to hear that one. But yeah, I know gold's pretty good. There's only a couple of groups that just occasionally won't buy it. And I don't know why. Also, why have I got 3 kinds of eggs? I still have iguana eggs somewhere here. I don't know if they're cooking with those. Let's make it that one of them can. Because I know that... What does your ingredients look like, mate? It shouldn't be under meat. I did want, like, insect meat in this stuff. Vegetarian. I guess that doesn't do that. It's one of the other meals that does it. That's fine. I've got this suspended. That makes some sense. Packaged survival meals. Packaged survival meals should allow for animal products. Yeah. I want unfertile eggs all. Just one of these things, I need them to do the thing. Also, I don't mind using like insect jelly in it, but fucking hell, is it hard to get them to like cook with it? Okay, we've got one bench that can use the iguana eggs. I kind of hate that you have to like reapply that when you get new type of, you know, meat and eggs and products and crap. The factions that don't buy gold, damn. From what I've seen, there's at least a couple every so often out of the blue that are like, I don't want to take gold. I haven't really paid attention to who it is. I always assumed it was like the primitive tribe that doesn't like it, but I haven't really like actually focused on who at this time. Farrell's still freaking out. He's consuming berries. Alright. It would be really great if instead of consuming berries, I know he's hungry, but if I could like force him to go and play with something, that would be so great. I understand there is probably definitely a mod for it, but I don't know. Go read a fucking book. I can force you to do that, and that should give you some recreational. It's one of the few things I can force you to do. At least they'll give him some. Just check dev mode. Every single type of trader will buy gold from me. Not sure why it's the case. Might be a slight difference if you don't have either biotech or royalty enabled, as those are the only two DLCs that have special value for gold. Yeah, no, I don't have any of the DLCs. Farrell's having his tantrum now. Anyway, I don't know. I figure it's more of probably a glitch, because like I have got several glitches for my game. Like for instance, as I said, like I've got the X thing doesn't work. Like somebody's had the ambrosia. I'm missing one, for instance. They're not supposed to, but somebody's had it. It's probably likely a cat more than anything has probably hit it. But like if I put an X on a door, that's been working lately, but it wasn't previously. There's sometimes the forced caravan leave doesn't work. You know, there's a bunch of stuff that they do that just doesn't quite do what it's supposed to do with my oh yeah, the fire starting thing. Yeah, with my colony. Some things just don't do what they're supposed to do. I don't really want that to catch fire, mate. Can I get you up here? And get that out of there. Like, Kit Kat's coming in here. I got a few people coming up to do this, but I want this fire extinguished here. Krisha, mate, can I get you up here too? Damn, Thrombos ate the Luciferium. Yeah, like your fucking Luciferium eating Thrombos. Typically speaking, when I have had a colony that's allowed like various kinds of drugs or recreational stuff, my cats are usually as grogged out on the alcohol as you can possibly get. My Thrombos used to be high on the chem fuel. What else? We had people were constantly getting addicted to ambrosia and having punch-ups about it. I think we'd have like Yayo and Wake Up in the colony occasionally, and they'd go nuts about that. Psych T, oh my god, they would fight each other for that shit. Like, I just don't have it on this particular playthrough at all. And in a way, it's kind of been good. Like, they have their mental breaks and they want to go have their alcohol, drug binge, whatever they want to do, right? But it's not almost as bad as when I had all the drugs anyway. Because they'd be constantly going for it, or somebody'd be like sloshed or taking ages to get to their workstation because they're like wigged out on their mind on something, you know. There was always fucking something. Like, I'm pretty sure, as I said, like one of the cats will probably have like the ambrosia in them. If one of my people had got ambrosia in them, that's a bad thing. Although, to be fair, Shadow might have got his hands on it after he finished having his absolute smackdown. Let's go have a look. I'm hoping it's not a person. Sorry for the jotting around the place super fast. I don't have to take as long to look for this. There we go. Jet. Okay, hold on. No, you're an original. It's the only reason why I haven't... Hold on. Somebody nearby. Just because you're in bliss right now, somebody go kick his ass. He got to the drugs anyway, so they're not supposed to have drugs, so guess where he's going? Oh, I'm sure it's wonderfully warm. Yeah, I never let them have free access to drugs. Always schedule one per day, nothing at all, then manually make it. Take it when they actually need it. Zero impulse control. My people just don't care. They'll do whatever. Generally speaking, it's what I have learnt. Alright, now that Jet is probably in searing pain, they can go and sit in hospital. That's, I can't take away their medical privileges because they're an original, but that doesn't stop me from absolutely smacking them into hospital all the time. Sorry, I got the coughing again. I'm amazed that we don't have, like, any other parts. I'm pretty sure it did say that Jet was having a tantrum, but I don't recall it saying that they were going to go pig out on Ambrosia. So, that was interesting. It might have. I don't know. I didn't see it say it, so... Ashisuka, don't sit there. I'm sure you already know this, but if you forbid a door... Yeah, so the forbid door didn't work for the last 2 years. That's why I never used it. So when you click on this, that didn't work until 1.6 updated. When 1.6 updated, I went from 1.3 to 1.6, where 1.3 it worked briefly, and then 1.4, 1.5 didn't work, and 1.6 works again. So the only thing is, like, the still clicking, like, don't use on a specific item doesn't work, but the doors work now. But it also depends on the week. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Like, the other month, I forbid the doors to these rooms when the animals were getting in here. And it worked, except as soon as I unforbid it, it didn't, like, reset them. They still continued to come in as soon as I undid the door. Because normally when you close the path, when it's a closed-in area like this, it stops them from wanting to travel to there. But when I undid the thing, they still let themselves in here. Even though they were, like, stopped previously. So, yeah. I don't know. Some shit is glitchy in my game, and I just accept that. And yeah, the forbidding stuff, I couldn't do it for fuck knows how long. So I just got used to the fact that I couldn't stop them physically from accessing drugs, which is why I'd normally call in a trader. I'd normally try to put it in a pod. I'd normally try to sell it as soon as I possibly could to get it the fuck away from them. But yeah, generally speaking, because it didn't work, they'd just get access to it anyway. And as I said, when they do, like, drug binge, when I could see them coming for it, I would try to incapacitate them, put them into hospital, into prison to stop them from accessing it. Or alternatively, if I caught them after the fact, like with Jet, where they've gone and done it, even though the item is forbidden, like, I'll still kick their ass and put them in hospital, you know. Like, there's the Run Wild. I still can't get them to retame a person. My game just won't let me do that. So, like, if somebody runs wild, I can't, like, trap them and tame them. It just doesn't happen. That's one that doesn't work. It used to work. It used to be the same kind of natural percentages you used to get where, like, you had a chance, depending on the person's, like, tame level, depending on, like, if they're inspired, all those kind of things, you could still tame a person. It used to be pretty easy. And then it just stopped working. And I'm like, fine, I'm just not going to fuck around and wait for it. I'll just, like, as long as I've got a save before it, I'll just have them do a different tantrum instead. And yeah, that seemed to work. Hey, Viking, I see you waking up, wagging your tail happily. Literally right before Viking came in, I was coughing, and now my voice is like, yep, no. But it's fine. I'm trying to get a few more benches in here, and I'm seeing nobody coming and building this, but I know I've got like several people that can do building. You're taking it to the scanner. Now when you're done with that, I'm going to get you to build the shit out of these because I need shelves. I need somewhere for them to take it to. Caravan. Oh, cover from kinships passing by. Oh yeah. I've had a few people like visiting my colony lately. Hold on, I'm gonna just like open up the door a little bit. It might be like too hot, maybe. Yeah, I have like a little like wax melt thing sitting on top of the heater. It's kind of giving off like a nice like coconut scent. And I'm like, it might have just got like too hot in here. And I'm now just like choking on the scent instead. And I'm like, I can fix this by just cracking the door open just a tiny bit more. Which is like instantly made it super cold. It's like really surprisingly cold tonight. But it is kind of, I feel like it's sort of fixing it. Yeah, well, silverware is going to make some stuff. I just need somebody else that can do building to come and help. Gives everyone lots of feathers wagging terribly. No. Thank you, Viking. I guess none of you guys... I know Weeks can do building. She can do some building. She's not like our primary builder, but like she can do building. All of my originals can do building. I should go check on Jet in hospital, make sure she's actually tended to. Yeah, she's tended to. Yeah, she, hold on. My voice is like momentarily really struggling, but I'm sure it'll be fine in like a minute, like usual. Yeah, she hit the ambrosia, and as a result is like in hospital because of it. I know ambrosia is supposed to give them like relief, but that's not what happens in this colony. Generally speaking, if you happen to hit up the ambrosia, you just end up in like searing pain. It's not causation, it's correlation. It's just what happens. Anyway, I know we got like a shit ton of steel in here, which is great. I think I should expand this down. There we go. Okay. So my only concern with this is like it will kind of like put that there. But I kind of don't want to move it over because the gold. Anything I could do is I could move this down away from it by that much. I'll move it down into the corner, hopefully a bit further away. Grey Wolfen's got a work frenzy. Cool. And then this group, we've got some animal beds getting made. Got some fur. I'm still on the lookout for more marble and granite. Kind of need both of them. We've got wildlife. Okay, we got some donkeys and stuff. And alpacas. Like, they would be really great hauling animals, but I'm pretty sure I've got them set up as like auto cull anyway. Let's see. How are we going with the pile that's up here? It's really not coming inside. I might grab a couple of people and get them to do exclusively hauling stuff. Because I figure if somebody's currently carrying something, they can probably do hauling. I need you to haul that. I need you to haul the medicine. And when you're done with that, we have got food up here. I want these to get hauled inside. Now, I'll go grab somebody else. Sasha, let's grab you. I know that some of them are queued to make food right now, but I'd rather them kind of bring in some stuff. typically they should have brought it in by now, but I think it's too far away. I don't think Barotta can haul anything, but let's find out. No, he can. Cool. I wasn't entirely sure that he can do hauling. But yeah, there's like some good shit up here, and it's just like sitting around. I don't want it to sit around. I also know that if we were to get raided up in this corner, they would just take whatever is like laying around of high value, which I've got like advanced components and I've got all sorts of stuff up here. Alright, let's go find somebody else. I don't know if she can do any, but let's find out. What you doing, Phoenix? Oh. Asora is upside down and she's got like full belly exposed, and Phoenix is just patrolling around and she's just watching him. I've given Phoenix some pats. It's like, I don't know what I did, but okay. And Azula's just still watching him. I can't reach Azula where she is. She's like beyond arm's reach. You know how cats do that? They sometimes like, they know how far you can reach, so they just kind of like lay just beyond that. She's done that. We've got like a shit ton of berries up here. The other thing too is I do also want them to haul in the stuff from like out about in the world on this map. Like there's a lot of wood and there's a lot of stuff to bring in. And some of the thrombos and stuff are bringing in stuff, which is great. I did get rid of like a whole heap of the like small animals, like the ducks and the ducklings and crap, with the view that I kind of hoped that my people would have free hands to be able to do other shit kind of thing. I also know that it's only going to take a few people to bring in all this gear.